Welcome back to Captain of Industry. My name is Nilaus and we are here again and more. And I got a question which I think is a silly question. No, it's an honest question, and it is about how long am I going to continue this series? And you can ask it from a, oh my god, go back and play something else. Or you can ask it from a point of interest, and I think this was from a point of interest, like, oh yeah, I want to just dive in and hope that you're not abandoning it. Nope, I have no plans of abandoning. I have plans to complete the entire game and also make guides for you here on YouTube for everything that we cover. Speaking of guides, that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do some really cool designs in terms of getting upgrades. We're kind of getting stuck here. And in order to pass on movement further up, we need lab equipment 3 and we need construction parts 4, but both of those require electronics 2. So it's time for us to make electronics 2. Electronics 2 is a painful endeavor because it needs silicon, poly, and it needs some plastic. So we need to make plastic. We did make some plastic dedicated for our medical supplies, but I don't want to interrupt that because that's sort of continuously running. I want to do something else so that we have a separate build for this one, so we don't suddenly lose our medical equipment in case of a drought or something like that. So that means glass, we got it. Copper, we got it. Electronics, yeah, we got it. Then we need plastic, and we need silicon, and we need electronics, and then we can make the construction parts and the maintenance 2, and the lab equipment 3 and the new labs. All right, so that's a monstrously a million things we need to do. So let's dive in. And while I dive in and roll up my sleeves and get ready to work, you can hit the like button. I very much appreciate that. And maybe even subscribe to the channel if you are not already subscribed. The first thing we're going to make is plastic. So let's have a look at plastic, how we're going to do this. That is here. There are 2 recipes. One comes from the naphtha and the other one comes from ethanol. We're going to use this one because we can sort of leach some of this out. We need some chlorine. We need some, we need some chlorine. And we need to make it in a polymerization plant. So let's try making one of those here. And that should be, let's make it something like this. Don't know. We'll just give ourselves a little bit of space and copy and rotate as well. So they can be, they need to be one apart so that we can actually connect it. All right, and we use the naphtha, so that's 12 for each of these. How much naphtha can we produce? Can we leach something out of here? For example, here we can, we're using the naphtha currently for making fuel gas. That's nice. But we could also use it for something else. We could even go so far as to say, look at this. We have diesel. We have heavy oil that we make into diesel, but there's also a heavy oil into naphtha, and that's the one we want. Oh yes. So let's actually see if we can squeeze in another plant right here, and see if we can get that to be the heavy oil to naphtha. There we go. And where are the inputs and outputs? And I think I need to rotate it like this, and I also think that I need to flip it, so it'll be something like this. Cool. So I need to, from here, this is the hydrogen. Hydrogen needs to be leaked into that one, but we also need outbound. That is this fuel gas outbound will need to go. Let's get that. No, I don't want it to be underneath there because that's going to be leaked for something else. That will go into, and I believe that's correct. This is fuel gas on this one. Well, there's no way to know. It is fuel gas. Cool. So I'm gonna get fuel gas into that one. Sweet. And then we're gonna get some hydrogen here. Yes, that'll be bouncy. And we're gonna get some heavy oil. Heavy oil comes from this line up here. This is the heavy oil. And the only thing we have remaining is outbound naphtha. And we'll get that over here. We'll get it all the way up there. And we'll get it a little bit further in. I don't know where we want to get it, but we'll need to get it sort of next to here. And I will have a storage box of this. So we might as well get that started so we can get that going here. And there we go. That will be naphtha that we only want to use for this specific purpose. And I leave one space because I'm going to need to bring it somewhere in here. And let's see. That seems like a good location. And there are certainly other options for where to place it. Interesting that the chlorine can only go in one place. So we'll get these two in the other places, and then the chlorine has to come in from here. So chlorine, where are we getting that? We're going to get that from an electrolyzer. Just a simple little electrolyzer. I'm going to build it right there. That will leach. Ooh, there's not a lot of stuff to leach here, but we'll take whatever we can. Here, that one, and go above. What? Oh, no, don't connect. Up. Why are you not up here? And then R to make sure that it doesn't connect. Here, and then R again, and then you're connected. Great. So this will get some brine, and it'll get into some chlorine. The chlorine will go into a priority splitter. I'll get that. Let's see. This is not good because I also want to be available out for the rest of the network. So we're gonna get these a little bit further away because I need to be able to get past that location. There we go. And you will just be going straight in there. That will now be chlorine because right now we're stealing chlorine from another location, which is not the best. And that will go. What? Oh, it's the pillar. Right. Oh, still, as long as that one is here, then that's going to be where they place the pillar. The whole pillar management thing is a little bit weird in this game. Something that's a little, I don't know, suppose we could call it mini game here. That's all good. And we can do, how much pollution? 24, that's not much. So let's get smokestack. And I think I can, whoops. I think I can just connect it like this, and then you can still I was sure that was the thing. Then that one can connect here, and then I can take this out. Just have to do a little bit of a clever sequencing. Good. So this gets the naphtha from here. They get the chlorine from this location, which will be prioritized. And then it just needs to get the plastic in. Let's get a big box of plastic because we don't know how much we need. We probably just need a lot. So let's get it in there and get that in there. You know, it's almost like I was prepared for this. Plastic. And where are you? Plastic. And you're here. This one, get a warning if empty. This one, I don't need to get a warning. And, you know, let's just fire it up. And here you are, the first is working. We can see this is churning. It's putting out 18, so obviously 18 is not enough to keep these two running. They would like to have 12 plus 12. But I still think it's pretty good because then we, then once that happens, we can fill up the box. And once this is filled up, then it's going to be fine. So onwards to the next challenge. Next challenge is going to be, this one will just keep working. Oh, that's funny. Let's get these out of the way. Alright, so I'm choosing this point, and this is where we're going to be making the silica. This is going to be a little bit tricky. Let's have a look. Plastic is going to be used for the MCBs. The MCBs are going to be here. This is the silica. Silica can only be made in a silica reactor. So let's get one of those on board here and figure out. That's going to be taking, we need more hydrogen and more silica and then some molten silica. So how do we make molten silica? I love this way that you can just click it back here and then go, okay, so that's made in an arc furnace together with some graphite and some slag, get some slag. Okay, that's now gets a little bit more complicated. And I guess we can flip here because this one is making 24 and each of those reactors are only consuming less. So that's actually pretty good. So that's an option. And then I actually, here's the thing. This one takes 3 megawatts. So I want to build it twice as big, but I don't want to build it twice as big. If you know what I mean. I want to build it like this, but I don't want to actually enable it. So I'll take and pause the other ones. So this one will just get all the usual stuff. They need to be a little bit further apart. These need to be 7 apart. That's kind of the number. Let's see, this is 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. Yes, that's how you count to 7. Good. Let's get a smokestack here, and let's get some molten channels out there. Sweet. And then we're gonna need inbound here some hydrogen. That's gonna be tricky. And let's start looking at inputs and outputs, because there's a lot. I'm gonna be building this. Let's get this corner and then just kind of use that as a baseline. That will also be, if the plastic is in a big box, then this is gonna be in a big box as well. And now how close can we make it? Let's make it down here. And another one. 3, 2, like this maybe? Yeah, I think that looks good. And we're gonna get some there. And that will go definitely out here somehow. And that just needs a box of slag for output. Go and warn it full. Then we need some hydrogen here, but we don't have hydrogen. But what we could do is squeeze in a little electrolyzer 2, which is super expensive. This makes 12. This is 3. I can also make a small one, but that only makes 6. And this one can't be buffed with... so I kind of have to do this. Oof, that's not good. Okay, and then I need a box for just water. We could get water in some other way. Okay, so already we have a bit of an issue. Yep, and that will be, you go out this one. That's better, because you can then go one over, and then the water can squeeze just in here, and it then fits perfectly. Water in, and that's 6 water in becomes some oxygen that I'm just gonna throw away. It is a little bit wasted here, but because like, oh, what about the hydrogen? You could use it for... No, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Here, get that in. So we get hydrogen. It's so low quantities that it's not going to matter. That means water is good. Water, like this, and one if empty. And you are going to continue over here. Over to this location, and then dive in. Perfect. Right, so now the next thing. What do we need inbound here? We need some graphite. How the hell do we make graphite? We make it... Oh, chlorine. Good thing we melted chlorine in the previous build. Nice. So, can I squeeze this in here somehow? Like, really squeeze? What if there's, like, 2 space? There. That is... Let's see what we... Graphite. Okay, so that makes sour water. So I need another location here for sour water. This will be sour water that we just need to get out. And yes, we could make these automatic somehow, but I think that's kind of wasteful. Just dragging belts everywhere. I know it's just over here, but it's not happening. Not right now. And this one will then get us some graphite here, which I can lead into this one. And then I guess I'll build it up to... There's 3 inputs here. Or is it? That's 1, 2, 3, 4... 5. That's the right distance, and then that can go in there. Get that up to 5 here. Good. What else do we need inbound? Now we just need the basic one. So coal is coming into all of them. So let's get some coal as well. Coal is coming in. Let's call it there, and that's going to be coal inbound. We got a lot of these, and also one if empty. And then we'll just go up to, I guess. No. This is the one that's going to be used for most things. So that's gonna get the privilege of staying at ground level. There we go. And then we just need sand, so I can put sand in here. That's wood chips, definitely not sand. Good. And you will be I suppose you can just stay out here and go in and merge in, and that one merge in. Sweet. And then we only have the chlorine remaining, so let's get this. This will be chlorine that we just made the other place. Great. And get that until 1 if empty. I don't know if I'm building too fast. Am I building too fast? I don't know. I guess I probably am. That's it. I think that's the entirety of this build. Oh, not quite. There. Oh yeah, we also kind of need this up. And how much are we actually producing? 12. Ooh, that's not much. So that's all of this for 48 silica. And not even that. This 48 silica have to be disabled. So do we like the location? Yeah. All right. That was a copy. Let's build it and let it go. And then I'm also going to pause that one. Not the actual build, but the actual production of it. Cool. So let's see everything coming in now. And then we'll see how it works. And things are slowly coming in here. Let's have a look. So we're getting sand, we're getting coal, we're coming in here. We're getting the graphite. The graphite is being built. It's actually being built twice as fast as it needs to be. It's producing 12, and these are only consuming 3. But I'm not going to store these anywhere else. It's going to be active half the time. Look at that chlorine coming in here quickly. We could actually, for something like this, just use the smaller ones. But it's a one-time thing. You fill up the buffer and you forget about it. And here we go. That is now making the first of the poly. And it goes into each of these. Will that be enough to trigger? Yes, because they have the hydrogen, because that's made in our very expensive, very, very costly electrolyzer. So it's absolutely critical that we get this one updated. Oof. And we got some silica now. So now we are onwards to the next part. Well, I've put this one here because I know that's where I'm going to make it. It should be, I don't know, I kind of feel like it's straightforward. It might not necessarily be that, but it's... yeah, let's give it a shot. Let's see how we can squeeze this in here. So this is a 2-step process. We're going to start, as we always do, by doing this. And I know that some of you are probably annoyed by the fact that I'm making this so close together. And that one, like, or not making it close together. Like, if you look at this is all the same location. But I really like that location. So even though I could squeeze it in and be closer, then this is perfectly fine for me. All right, so we're going to start feeding it in here. So there will be 3 inputs, right? PCBs, electronics, and silicon. And that means if we look at this location here, which will not be making that, but making the PCBs instead. There, that one, and that one. Then it seems like the most logical thing is just let them pass straight in. So there's no sort of consolidation. This thing here has no other value than go straight into the electronics too. So that's easy. Then we have 2 things coming in. One is coming from the bus and one is coming from over there that we just built. So let's get the stuff that we want inbound on the bus, or from the box first. And that will be, now the important thing is here, this is 3, 4, 5. So that's going to be the distance. This will be the poly, and yeah, we could build it over here, and I might do that some point. Just right now, I feel like I have so much I want to show you, because I want to make sure that we get in this episode like a good final build, and not just some oh yeah, I built a little bit here and then I tweaked some things. No. We want a completed design so you can copy this into your own base if you want to. And this will be electronics. And for that reason, it's important for us to get all the prerequisites for this electronics, get the electronics done, and get something worthwhile from the electronics. Now, what was this again? There was circuits. So circuits come here. Then we'll do that one inbound, and then from here, it'll be, oh, it has to go that way. Yeah. So circuits, all that stuff. We need the other one. You're going to need copper from the bus, glass from the bus, and what else? Then you're going to need plastic, not from the bus. So let's get the plastic first. That means they're also going to be 5 away. This is 3, 4, 5 away. That one. And this will then be plastic coming in. And do I want this to be? Yeah, let's just keep this at ground level. Why not? And quantity wise, it's even the highest one is glass, and that's only 36 for these 3. So it's not much. We don't need better belts. We can use the cheaper belts, which are dirt cheap here. So I'm going to get glass in, a lower one, and then copper in on the higher one. That just makes more sense. And the reason why it makes more sense is because of where they're located on the bus. Much easier to get the one that's deeper in the bus or further in to be the one that's higher up. There we go. And that will now be right there. And then got it. That's tier 1. And then I'm going to hit R and tier 2. We'll get that here. So once you have like a good bus, then as you can hopefully see, it becomes incredibly easy to do these kind of things. Because most of the things you want is already readily available. And that's just it, right? This is just it. Let's smash that in there and then get things going. Here we go. These two are going to complain. Well, no reasons for them to complain. They'll be getting their plastic and the silica pretty quickly. And we do have other things. This one, the reason why we've been able to build this before is because every time we were out on the map, we have recently been finding a lot of electronics and electronics too. So stuff like this, these boxes are still really full. So we can keep using those, and then we can also just pull them in here. So it's not as urgent that we get this built, but we definitely want it. Now, the next thing we want to do is an upgrade of the science, because the science is awful. I guess that's kind of also has to be upgraded here. So, I think I need to just kill the science, because at this point we can't really do any more science anyway, but we do need to get the red science. If we look at the builds for the red science, if we look at, where's the red science? Here, that's 6. So 6 of these output, and each of these will always consume 4. And they'll consume 4 of the highest tier available, so that is that. Maybe I can actually keep this. I don't even know, but I definitely have to kill all of this part to get some more space, because the thing is, this one takes 12 of Mark II. This is producing 12, takes 24. This one is making 24, but if I upgrade it, it's actually going to make 48. So what I can do now is I can take 1 that makes the white one, 2 that makes yellow, and 2 that makes red. That's going to be my plan. And then over here, the last one should be, okay, did that make sense? No. Because I do have it like, oops, rotate. Yeah, this one will be making there. So I get 48 of these. Then I am going to make that one and that one again. Oh, hold on. Who's messing up my pattern here? That one and there. And these two will now be upgraded and making something completely different. I'll take all of this out because I can't really cope with it right now. These will now be making the red ones instead. And this one will be upgraded. And then making the red ones. So none of these, but more of... Well, it's not really there yet. There, remove all the stuff. Nope, not that one. And you're going to make red ones. And you're going to make yellow ones and yellow ones. Perfect. And you're going to make... Oops, good. So now it's all about just figuring out how to merge it in. And then the good news is that there is actually, I think, room for... How do we make that wood chip thing? And let's see. Wood chip. There, that one. That is in a shredder. Of course, a shredder. So make that, but... It's the paper. Right. So paper, that one. It's a chemical plant. Good. I'll put it here, I guess. Yeah. Then I need to figure out how to get stuff inbound. I think I'll flip it like this. And then figure out how to get a shredder that will be maybe like this. It's going to go a little bit back because we also need a boiler as well. Here, and the boiler will run on. Yeah, okay, so you can go in here. That's good. And I suppose you can go in here, and then you can also go in there. Look at that. It actually works. It works perfectly. Great. Yep, we just need water in this one location. This one needs some wood, which we already had. So let's just get another one, but let's also get a bigger one because... Obviously. Here, what's the other thing? Oh, limestone. Oh, crap. Well, where does the limestone go? That's actually not a problem, is it? Can I go on a belt here? No, I can't. Okay, so it's not quite there. These have to be going a little bit further out. That's good. And this one goes in here. That goes to here. And then I go like this. And then... You're gonna go away, go away, go away. Actually, I'm gonna keep you around. And this will go straight in. Is that a small one? Yes, it is. Ah, useless. We don't use the small ones anymore. So that's going to be limestone. Damn, I feel like I'm making really good progress. Hopefully you can keep up on the progress here. And I guess you're going to be from here to here. And that will be wood coming in. And get that up. And one if empty. Good. Look at that. So we got wood. We got everything. And this. And let's go. Whoops. Oh, that kind of sucks. So let's go the other way. That's 2 up. And then I can sneak this underneath all the way over to here and leach from this location. So we get water, we get everything, everything's good. And we now have something out of this location. I am going to, that's funny. These were rotated. Make sure that these are, actually maybe I do want them online. I don't know. We're going to start by smashing that one in. And since there are 3 inputs, then we're going to have to make sure that you do this. Yeah, and then the last input is steel. Okay, so we just get steel from the bus. Yeah, and steel comes in. Also, we miss the inputs for the first one. But that's less of a problem, I think, because this is 2 things inbound. Okay, cool. So let's get that. That's going to be from level 1. And then the rule is still that the furthest in is the one that's going to be lower. And that's going to be... Oh, look at that. Get that upgraded. And then... 3. Yes. And that will go up to this one. And then go up and connect. How are we not connecting? There we are. But we can't connect any further. There. Oh, right. There's also another one in the way. That's understandable, I guess. And then the other one was... Oh. Yeah, copper. Copper. So copper is also... I hate that I used the wrong belts for this. I thought I had tried... Oh, no. I used the belt for all of them. Alright. I'll just clean it up. You know what? Let's just look at it and just say this one can also... I'll just hook this up. Okay, that was a little bit of a finicky situation we had here, but now I think it's done. And just had to do a few things. This one also needs to be not like this, but it actually needs to be an upgraded build. And upgrade to a... There, even bigger one. Oops, there we go. Even bigger one. And these need to be upgraded. And that's going to be... Oh, look at that. You know what? We're probably not going to get them right now. But at least we can start building some of these. And everything else should be coming in. Let's see. This is the most interesting thing to see. And we're going to make wood chips. And you're going to be burning wood chips. And then everything should be good. And are we getting water in? Yes. Are we getting wood chips in? We are getting wood chips in soon. Just a little bit coming in here. Just a little bit. There we go. There's a little bit of wood chips coming in. And as soon as we get that, there we go. We get some steam. When the steam comes in here, we got the wood chips. There we go. And it works. And then we get paper out here. And that should be enough for both of these to operate. Great. But these can't be upgraded because we missed construction parts. So I need to clear the space out so we can make another box of construction parts here. So now that we have a little bit more space, then we can start working on this part, which will obviously be a little bit bigger and not really do anything. But this is also, we couldn't do it without the electronics, so good thing we have the electronics now. And copy, paste, paste. And then we need to get, what do we get? We just get 2 things in. We get the construction parts from the previous one. So that's why we have built this. Get that ready and get the block off. That's a... Honestly, this episode is probably one of the most intense one in terms of how much we actually get done here. Yeah, and... of course, swing and a miss. So I hope you're still with me, and I hope that you are enjoying this series as we progress with the base and just keeps ticking up. But think about how much we actually get done here. We've been building plastic, we've been building silica, we've been building... that's a lot more things. Let's see. Ooh, I think I want to move this. I don't like... That actually shouldn't be... It should be right here. Okay, we've been making silicon, we've been making plastic. Silicon can also be used for solar panels eventually. And construction parts here. I know it's a little bit overboard. We can move the other ones once we feel more comfortable with it. There. Then we've been making green circuits, and we've been making... green circuits. We've been using the green circuits for upgrading our science. Almost, but not quite. And then, you know, that's pretty much it, actually. Also, we're making new construction parts. Now, after you do an upgrade like this, you need to go into some design work, because you need to just be able to spend a lot of time for all these boxes to sort of accumulate whatever they need to do themselves. So at this point, we just need to be waiting for the construction parts to build up. Once the construction parts are built up, then we can use the construction parts for upgrades of these things here. And once that is upgraded, do we have this? Yeah, we're accumulating here, so that should also be coming in. Then we should be seeing the new science, which will be the goal for today. And so that was actually a little bit more than a short wait, because these accumulate quite slowly. And we needed 120 for each of them. And there we go. That is the last delivery that we are coming in with. So with this getting in, then you will see a warning coming up. In 3, 2, 1. We don't have enough. We don't have enough maintenance too, because these require maintenance too. So we're gonna be well, we are shit out of luck unless we get maintenance 2. There you go. The warning for maintenance 2. We'll get it, but we won't get it in this episode, because this has been a reckless speed running of crisp designs. To recap, let's have a look. We got started out by making an awesome little plastic factory. That's done. This is making up to... It makes sure making, with the consistent flow here, it can make 72, but it cannot make up to 96 plastic per minute. That's pretty awesome. Then we made a next one, which is super power intensive. You're also going to see power is starting to be an issue, which will be fixed in the next episode. We got the silicon. We are currently making 24 silicon per minute. We are going, and we are going to use the plastic and silica to make this beautiful build here of circuits. The circuits are currently idle. They probably won't continue to be that once we start consuming maintenance too. And we built all that, and then we upgraded our science packs, our science labs to science labs 4, and these would require us to make big construction parts 4 just to get going. So we'll also have to make construction parts 4, and all of it is in a super duper crisp build here that I'm super happy with. Now we just need to let it run and then get some household goods, get some maintenance 2, get some upgrades on steel and glass and copper, and then go into more new tech. Oh, also power is super important. We have a million things. I hope that you will be continuing to join on this this series as we continue to evolve towards the late game. Now we have unlocked the second to last science, which should be pretty neat. So thank you very much for watching. I will see you guys in the next episode. Also remember that I'm streaming on Twitch if you want to be part of the design process and just yell at me in real time instead of in the comment section below. So thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting and joining on live stream. And of course, the biggest thanks goes out to the Patreon supporters who are keeping this the channel alive. So thank you very much to you. Until next time, take care and stay effective.